snitch to be out of sight before beginning the game. And there they go. We are underway here at the Elite Eight at Quidditch World Cup VII in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Wasikowski shoots, passes, shoots, and scores. Texas A&M with an early lead. It's 10-0. Lone Star looking to make a quick rebound, like my last relationship. Carrot Top picks up the ball, looking to make a move. Carrot Top jukes, runs to the left, passes to the right. Great catch. Ooh, and taken down. A hard hit on Hollub. That was not meant to be alliterative, but it was. It's 10-0 Texas A&M. A&M at the moment passes to Chaimowitz. Chaimowitz drinks some Manischewitz, enjoys his Passover, and loses the quaffle to the other team. Lone Star looking to make a fast break of it. A&M with one beater back. Chaimowitz takes him down to the ground. A great tackle. There's two parts to a tackle in Quidditch. If you are tackled in Quidditch, you do not have to give up possession of a ball. That only happens when you get beat by a bludger. So if you are tackled, you can get right back up. If you get knocked down, as Chumbawamba would say, you get back up again, and you can still keep control of the quaffle. We have a stoppage on the field. Looks like a small violation. Lone Star takes possession. It's still 10-0 Texas A&M. There are 8 minutes and 40 seconds left on our seeker floor. The seeker floor is how long seekers must wait before they can chase the snitch. As that shot goes wide right.
No goal.
Like many field goals in Cleveland Browns history. Don't worry, I'm a Browns fan. For those listening at home, it is self-deprecation. I'm not just making fun of the Browns. Although, I just learned there's that Draft Day movie coming out with Kevin Costner. Fun fact, that movie was supposed to be shot in Buffalo, but it was too expensive. The only city cheap enough to shoot that movie was Cleveland. Oh! Speaking of cheap shots, it still goes through. It's an inexpensive shot for A&M. Yes, it's good. The ref waves it through. It's 20-0 Texas A&M. Lone Star needs a little action. Carrot Top turning orange. Makes a run right towards the middle. Takes a drive. Pass to the left. Hollub shoots. Scores. Every day is a Hollub day. Sarah Hollub scores. It's 20-10. Texas A&M in the lead. Making a quick run. Pass ahead to America Sleeve. America Sleeve. For his country. For his family. Gets tackled. No, doesn't. Now finally goes down hard. And another stoppage of play. You can see the rough and tumble nature that is Southwest Quidditch. I'd say of any region of Quidditch, there's a whole bunch of them. I think there's 8. Northwest. No, Northeast. No, just East. Northeast all the way to West. There's all different sorts of Quidditch. Southwest Quidditch usually means you end up on the ground. Carrot Top. Over to Scholes. Scholes. Dr. Scholes puts it through. Who needs shoe inserts when you can run like that? I'm gelling like a felon. Scholes puts it through. It's 20-20. Texas A&M and Lone Star Quidditch. Meanwhile, the refs taking a cue from Little John and blowing the whistle. They can do it all by themselves. Oh, it is a yellow card. It's a yellow card, it looks like, on Scholes, possibly for a push in the back. A yellow card in Quidditch means that a player has to go to the penalty box, like in hockey, for a minute or until the other team scores, whichever one comes first. Although in this case, because apparently the yellow card is on Lone Star, I think the goal is still good. It appears the goal is still good. A&M takes possession. It's a 1-minute power play for A&M. Let's see if the ATMs can cash out on it. Okay, Red Mohawk. Passes over to Wiglet, Curly Mohawk, Curly Mohawk. Back to Red Mohawk. Red Mohawk. Passes to not Blue Mohawk, but someone else. Someone else shoots, misses. I'm sorry, someone else. You'll have to practice more. Lone Star taking it back. Lone Star, one Lone Star amongst the A&Ms. The ATMs take them down. Bank error in their favor. Cloud Atlas picks it up. Passes over to Wiglet. Wiglet to Wasikowski. And the ref says, no, I want to play too. Pass me the ball. Look how good I am. Yeah, that's how you pass the ball. You throw it into the ground. That's the best way of doing it. Meanwhile, back at the Quidditch game, Lone Star was taking it up the pitch, and the announcer turned past tense. Carrot Top, walking slowly. You'll see a strategy. If a team thinks they're an underdog, they'll play slowly up the pitch to allow their seekers more time to catch the snitch when the score is lower, because if the score is lower for both teams, there's a greater chance that both teams are within snitch range. What is snitch range, you might ask? Snitch range is when one team is within 30 points of another. Wasikowski takes a shot, a fantastic pass to his teammate by the hoops, who puts it through. It's 30-20. Texas, the ATM's in front. Lone Star looking to withdraw a few more pounds. I was going to say pounds, but that's British. They're definitely Texas, which is American. To withdraw a few more dollars. 33 for Lone Star. Struggles, muggles, chuggles. Ooh, a fantastic pass to his teammate running down the left side, but the shot went wide right. Red Mohawk, a.k.a. Atlas, a.k.a. Cloud Atlas, passes to Curly Mohawk. Wiglet to Wasikowski, who gets pegged by a beater, because that's who does the pegging here. Pass to the left to Morris with a fantastic, interesting shot. He was running down the left side of the pitch, caught it, and in one motion threw it through the middle hoop. It's 30-30. Texas A&M and Lone Star, we got a good one today. We've had a lot of good ones today. Most games I've announced today have been within snitch range. That sounds like causation, but it's just correlation. See, I do know science. I lied. Or is that statistics? See, I don't know words. That's why they made me announcer. Ball coming back the other way. Lone Star on the right side. Lone Star across. No, hoop goes down. Players go down. Ball pops out. Legislation is passed. We're in a bunch of gridlock. Oh! Lone Star comes up with it. But the beater ref says no goal, beat before they shot. The goal is disallowed, and our game is still 30-30. ATM's looking to make something happen. Although, how interesting would it be if they just stood there? They call it the NyQuil offense, where they just kind of stand and shuffle forward before they fall over. That's kind of Quidditch anyway. America Sleeve takes a shot, finds a person, finds the Luke. This is the Luke. That's what it says on the back of his jersey anyway. Uses the force to throw. Too much force. Goes by the hoop. Picked up by Lone Star. On the attack. Coming the other way. A&M with one bludger. Two bludgers. Bludgers are on the ground. Lone Star to the left. Has a man who gets beat and throws it down. That's a whistle by the ref. Lone Star had thrown it down and backwards to try to pass to a teammate, but he was already beat. The rule is if you get beat by a bludger, you have to drop the ball and let it take its natural course of action after it falls. But he tried to roll it back to a teammate, which you can't do in Quidditch. Or really any other sport that I can think of. If you can think of another sport where you can roll the ball wherever you want, I guess bowling. That would be the one. Otherwise, post it in the chat. I'm interested to hear. Unfortunately, I won't because I'm not watching the chat. Ball goes across. A great pass by Lone Star to no one in particular. No one in particular picks it up. The Luke flying, dare I say, walking through the sky. Passes to right. Right. Finds two wrongs. Is not made. The NyQuil offense looks like it might be working. Heimowitz with some extra oomph. Puts it through the hoop. We're up 40-30. And I'm speaking Yiddish, or at least with a Yiddish accent. Ball goes up the left. Lone Star, Bell, Carrot Top groaning on the ground. It's a big love puddle. It looks like he's been mounted. Oh, but mounted the other direction goes Heimowitz. And our seeker floor has 2 minutes left before it's lifted. That means 2 minutes left before the seekers can seek. A great punch that goes wide from the hoops. A&M looking to reset. Ball pops up top. No. Picked up. Lone Star. Quidditch Club made their own online cartoon a long time ago that no one watched. It was called Lone Star Runner. Not nearly as funny as Homestar Runner, which is what this joke was based on. Stoppage of play. Looks like some things rolled off pitch. Things got disorganized, but they hired an interior designer and everything's in order. So, without further ado, the ATMs trying to make it rain. Quaffles. Sessions in control. New keeper for Texas A&M. Sessions working hard. Takes a break. Recesses in session. Passes behind the hoops. Finds a man to Johnson. Johnson puts her fanny on the ground. As does Carrot Top for Lone Star. Carrot Top's efforts are fruitful even though he's a vegetable. Well, hopefully not. If he gets tackled, I hope he doesn't die. Carrot Top, regardless, runs up the right side, gets beat in the chest just before he passes. That will be an illegal pass. Ball will be awarded to A&M. The rule is, as I stated before, you have to let the quaffle take its natural course of action after you get beat. If you understood more than 60% of the words I just said, raise your hand. I had two people next to me raise their hands. For all you watching at home, I'm going to ballpark that at 30%. Lors, chaser for A&M, passes to the middle. Ball picked up by Lone Star and is immediately trucked to the ground. That's a yellow card, I think, for a back tackle. It looks like a back tackle or a push in the back. You're not allowed to initiate contact from behind in Quidditch. That is a rule. And like a bad 2003 alternative album, Ocean Avenue, Session gets a yellow card. Lone Star on the power play. Carrot Top looking to capitalize. Capitalists looking to capitalize. Wall Street looking to capitalize their investments. I, however, am paid for free, as you can tell by the quality of my jokes. Marshall runs to the left. Shoots high. Ooh, a fantastic leap through the air and alley-oop for Lone Star. Refs deliberating whether the scoring chaser was beat before scoring. Currently the score is 40-30, Texas A&M. The official ruling is a goal. It's a fantastic alley-oop goal for Lone Star. 40-40, 40-40. It's so great my voice is already cracking. The ATMs trying to organize. Maybe they need an armored truck to help on defense. Passes to DuPont. DuPont at the point. Oh, gets stuffed. Gets absolutely stuffed. Is laughing as she falls down to the ground. It was laughable. She was so close and missed. But it looks like we may have a penalty. Head referee Dan Hansen checks his pocket protector, doesn't find it, and instead pulls out a yellow card. It looks like on Morris, the keeper for Lone Star. Our score is 40-40. Our score is 40-40. Texas A&M in possession. Charges towards the hoop. Wasikowski over to the left. A jump. A shot. No, goes just wide. It looked like he hung in the air like Michael Jordan over Craig Elo. That siren means that our seeker floor is up. Seekers may seek. They may chase the snitch now. Marshall, chased by Wasikowski, grappling on the ground. Picked up by Red Mohawk. Red Mohawk looks for Winnie the Pooh. Passes by Wiglet. Drewski. Drew Wasikowski shoots. No, maybe it was a pass. Either way, it was a fantastic collision. It's almost like the universe began. For those of you who are not atheists. Whoa! Regardless of religion, Texas, the ATMs have just scored. They are now up 50-40 with a 10-point lead. But this still means that if the snitch comes back on the pitch or is caught, or comes back on the pitch and is caught, either team has a chance to win because the snitch is worth 30 points. And Lone Star QC is only down 10. Marshall behind the hoops, a great jump and catch and a great flop. You should play in the NBA. Picked up by DuPont. DuPont says, I don't punt, and hands it off to a teammate. Chaimowitz. Back across to the Luke. The Luke. Why is it the? Why isn't it a? Why does everything have to be the? Like the Ohio State University. Oh, a fantastic score. DuPont puts it through. DuHoop. It's another score for A&M. It's 60-40. But seriously, the Ohio State University. Why not a Ohio State University? Why not a Luke? Beat as he passes. Ball goes to the corner. Souvenirs about to get trampled. No, not Souvenirs. Audience members about to get a souvenir. Souvenirs about to be given to the audience. And by souvenir, I mean quaffle. And by that happening, I mean it's not. The Luke picks it up, runs up the right side. Takes a floater behind the hoop. Slammed down by the Lone Star defense. Morris, keeper for Lone Star. Passes to the middle. A amazing alley-oop finger roll, but no finish for Dr. J. It was almost like he played basketball in the 80s, but he didn't quite. Shot, across the rim. It was a perfect pass for a teammate, but the rim deflected it. And in defeat, Lone Star slumps on the ground. Hopefully out of defeat and not injury. Yes, it was only defeat, and not to hands. And a yellow card. A yellow card given to the Luke. He may have pushed from behind. Like a bad line in Israel. Or any country where people are pushy. Just kidding, I love you, Israel. Keep Israel. Scholes in possession, not having any of my jokes. Takes an immediate shot for the hoops and scores! Pulling Lone Star to within 10. It's 60-50. 60-50 in favor of the ATMs.
Just as a reminder, please do not sit in the penalty box. That is right in front of the announcer table.
We have a public service announcement. We have audience members sitting in the penalty box. You don't want to be around those thugs. The assistant ref says, oh, you want to go to Tallahassee? Tallahassee's that way. You're in the wrong spot. We're in South Carolina here.
All right, we're back in action.
Play resumes. Chaimowitz to Wasikowski. Chaimowitz subs out. Wasikowski. Oh, and our snitch is back on the pitch. Our snitch is back. If either team catches the snitch, they will win. Both seekers in hot pursuit. Down goes one seeker. Lone Star coming the other way with the quaffle. There's balls all over the place. There's people all over the place. I can't even tell what's going on. It's going to be a photo finish. People are bumping each other. Everything's going wild. So, okay, play has just stopped. The rule is if play stops on the field and the snitch is back on the field, the snitch must stop as well. Try saying must stop faster than I am. It's very hard. You have to take at least a 5-second pause in between for your tongue to register it. Red Mohawk playing hard D. The snitch is currently being reattached and given a wedgie by the ref. Or maybe the pants are too big. If the shoe fits, wear it. If the shorts don't, tear it. Tear the snitch off the back. The audience getting a chant of "We Love Snitches" going.
Let's go, Gabe!
For those of you just joining, it's 60-50 in favor of Texas A&M. We have an injury timeout on the field. I'm Asher King Abramson. I've been here all day. As you can tell, as the quality of my jokes degrade, somehow you guys keep asking me back. I think to berate me more. Our snitch, number 77, Garsexy, recently ran for sexy mayor of Los Angeles and won. Eric Garsexy. For those of you who don't live in California, that joke will make no sense. So I ask you to do what any good millennial will do and Google it. Because I want you to learn something today. I care about you. I care about each other. We all care about each other. And we all care about Quidditch, which is why we're here. It looks like they're up and off the pitch, given a hearty dose of applause by the audience. Players are about to remount. The score is still 60-50 in favor of Texas A&M. And play resumes. Lone Star still trying to score. Tipped away A&M. Great defense. So what you'll see here if you're new to Quidditch is that the snitch is being pursued by a seeker, but beaters from both teams will attempt to hit the seekers from the other team. Oh, the A&M seeker goes to the ground. Was missed by about a foot. QC on the attack. Still 60-50, Texas A&M in the lead. Pass to the middle, Scholes lets it slip through his hands. If he'd used inserts, it would have worked. Too much gel. And we have another timeout. Yellow card on Red Mohawk. Whatever it was, he couldn't do it. It looked like a push. And when push comes to shove, you can't do that. So Lone Star Quidditch will go on the power play. Scholes gets a chance to redeem himself. Potts, the A&M beater, keeping the seeker at bay. Both beaters hit both seekers in a great show of strength. Sessions down the court. Sessions scores, putting Texas A&M up 20. Still anyone's ball game. The snitch is worth 30 points. Although we know in Quidditch everything's made up and the points don't matter, just like Who's Line. And a goal. Lone Star Quidditch scores to bring it back within 10. Still anyone's ball game. I can cut the tension with a knife if I had one, but it's only plastic. A&M reaches, tries to use the crab arms. Doesn't work. A shot. Another score. Wasikowski scores for Texas A&M. A&M back up 20. The score is 80-60 Texas A&M. The snitch, meanwhile, doing his best to fend off the seekers. It takes a moment to tie his shoes. Meanwhile, in quaffle action, Marshall dives behind the hoop. Ball still picked up. Takes a shot wide, right, but still rebounded by his teammate. Carrot Top towards the hoop. Carrot Top springs from the ground, rises and grows. Sprouts shoots, but he lost the root. He must have been watered. That doesn't even make sense. A&M doing his best impression of a dying fish. Still can't catch the snitch as he flops and wriggles on the ground. Do the worm. And that is a yellow card on the Lone Star Quidditch seeker for pushing the Texas A&M seeker while he was still on the ground. This is monumental. Texas A&M still up 10. This means that only Texas A&M can catch the snitch right now because the Lone Star Quidditch Cup seeker is in the penalty box. It's getting intense. Beaters shooting bludgers all at each other. DuPont making a run for A&M. Shoots behind the hoop. Glances off the hand of an ATM chaser. ATMs still haven't cashed out yet. Spins. Oh, and a majestic dive. Still nothing. No snitch snatch. A&M. Oh, a sneaky move by the seeker, pretending to help the snitch onto his feet so the snitch wouldn't realize he was a seeker. But with a name like Seeker, the snitch knows what he's looking for. U2 still hasn't found what they're looking for. Lone Star shoots, scores! The score is 80-70 Texas A&M. A&M still looking to capitalize on the yellow card awarded to the Lone Star seeker. No goal, another block, a fantastic block by Marshall in his own zone. A fantastic block by the Texas A&M beater who beats the Lone Star Quidditch beater while his fist was up, rendering it invalid. America Sleeves chasing the snitch. Why are you chasing the snitch? Because you're the seeker, that's why, and you switched in. QC in hot pursuit. Does the snitch see him? It doesn't matter, he's beat anyway. Beaters are flying everywhere. There's horsehair everywhere. They're past the second post. A&M leading by length. Snitch with one arm pushing away the Lone Star Seeker. A&M makes a spin move, still can't get anything to happen. As the ball goes wide, the quaffle goes wide. Our score is 70-70 according to our scoreboard. It's either 70-70 or 70-80. The great news with Quidditch is it doesn't matter if someone catches the snitch, as Schulz almost does. For Lone Star, fighting down on the ground. It appears that A&M has caught the snitch. We'll wait for official word. We wait for the official word. Garsexi looks a little bit off his kilter. The Luke using the force as best he can. Looks like a legal snatch until we hear otherwise. So the question is, was the snitch caught while the snitch was on the ground or tumbling to the ground? Yes, it's official. As he throws the snitch in triumph, Texas A&M has won. They're going back to the Final Four where they were in World Cup V.